Wars, scandals, political drama, but underneath all of that, a slower financial shift is taking place. Since the 1970s, after the petrodollar system emerged, the US dollar has dominated global trade, especially oil. But Iran is one of the few oil exporters operating largely outside the dollar system. Iran isn't breaking the dollar system. It's showing what happens when a country is cut off from it. Today, around 58% of global foreign exchange reserves are held in dollars, down from over 70% in the early 2000s. China buys over 80% of Iran's oil exports largely because sanctions have cut Iran off from most global buyers. And, instead of dollars, these transactions often happen in yuan, or through indirect payment systems designed to bypass US financial controls. China is now the world's largest trading nation, and the share of its cross-border trade settled in the Chinese yuan has risen from near zero in 2010 to roughly 25 to 30% in recent years. Meanwhile, financial infrastructure is evolving. According to Boston Consulting Group, the market for tokenized real-world assets could reach between $16 trillion and $30 trillion by 2030. According to Boston Consulting Group, the market for tokenized real-world assets could reach between $16 trillion and $30 trillion by 2030. Larry Fink has highlighted tokenization as a major future shift, and firms like BlackRock have already launched tokenized funds. At the same time, over 130 countries, representing more than 98% of global GDP, are exploring central bank digital currencies. Countries like India are piloting a digital rupee, while China's ECNY has processed billions in transactions. Cross-border payment systems are also being tested. Projects like mBridge, involving multiple central banks across Asia and the Middle East, have processed over $30 billion in pilot transactions. So what's really happening? Not a sudden collapse of the dollar, but a gradual diversification. The dollar's share of global reserves is declining slowly. Alternative systems are being built, and digital finance is expanding. It's a transition happening in plain sight. The global system isn't abandoning the dollar. It's quietly building parallel options. For a long time, the world has been run on one main currency, the US dollar. Countries use it to trade, save money, and build their economies. It's been the most trusted currency for decades. But now, something interesting is happening. The dollar is still strong, but its power is slowly decreasing, just slowly losing a little bit of control. Why? Because countries don't want to depend on just one system anymore. So now, they are exploring other options. Some countries are using the euro more, which holds about 20% of global reserves. Others are trying to trade using the Chinese yuan, even though it's still small. At around 2 to 3% of reserves, it's growing. Central banks are buying gold at record levels. In fact, 2022 and 2023 saw the highest gold purchases by central banks in decades. At the same time, new systems are being built. Countries are creating ways to trade directly with each other without using the dollar in between. For example, nations in groups like BRICS are discussing trade in local currencies. They are building their own payment networks, making deals in their own currencies, even working on digital currencies backed by their governments. But replacing the dollar is not easy. It's not just about having another currency. It's about trust. The dollar is still trusted because the system behind it is stable, open, and reliable. And right now, no other country has built something strong enough to fully replace it. So what's really going on? The world is not moving away from the dollar completely. It's slowly moving toward a system where power is shared. The dollar is still the leader, and this is why the dollar's value rises during wars, because even today, 80 to 90% of global trade is conducted in dollars. If oil prices rise due to a war, more dollars will be needed to purchase oil. For now, I'm keeping my videos simple yet informative. Please subscribe to my channel so it can start earning quickly and I can continue uploading high-quality videos.